So reprints are here. Should you shit your pants? Let's talk about it. So Destined Rivals again, new sort of updates. We're getting reprints on the ETBs and the booster boxes. Um, we've suffered enough. We're going to suffer again, guys. But again, insane opportunities. So I'm going to talk about again. Should you be buying now? And just compared to some other sort of sets where we have seen these big reprints, and it's not as bad as you think. All right. So yeah. So stay with me. So Poker Notify confirmed a few days ago. We've seen obviously many discussions, updates from different retailers, distributions. I think Rudy mentioned it as well. So again, it is confirmed. We're seeing another wave of Destined Rivals reprints coming. ETBs and booster boxes. So yeah, and again, it's later this year. So again, probably end of this month, September, October, November time. And to be fair, I do welcome it. I'm not too upset about it. I have got a lot of Destined Rivals, but I'm just going to be buying more on these dips. I'm going to wait a bit for things to calm down because at the moment we are seeing a big tank on this. But we've seen this before in really strong sets, and I'm going to show you what they've done as well. And again, we've got a surprise end of the video, so again, stay tuned for that, guys, as well. Yeah, Destined Rivals. So total set value still over $2,000, released in May last year. And to be fair, it's such a good set. I'm not surprised we're seeing reprints. I was quite shocked we hadn't seen more especially in the US. The UK had a big wave a few months, I think, back in May. So again, the US are now seeing these big sort of reprints coming in, and it's just going to give us some generational entries and opportunities. So for me, I want to talk about sort of the past history of other sets that I've seen these big reprints, and yeah, I mean, should you be panicking? Absolutely not. I understand if you purchased, at the peak at 500, so 640, you're going to be a bit worried, and you might have already panic sold because it has dropped over 40%, which is quite substantial. So I get it. But in terms of the actual, fundamentals, the cards are still ridiculously good. I mean, Mewtwo's ridiculously good. Cynthia's Garchomp, Ho-Ho, Nidoking, Moltres, Misty Cider. And I was going to show you guys the actual, the cards itself are beautiful. I've got a Misty Psyduck here, if you can see it. Yeah, I pulled this myself. I just think it's an insane set. Yeah, so I'm not panicking at all. I'm going to be buying cases of Destined Rivals booster boxes. Yeah, and just sort of ladder in. So I think long term it's a ridiculously good opportunity. I was going to also show as well. I just got back from a Facebook Marketplace deal. Managed to pick up a Fusion Strike half booster box. Super minty as well, which is awesome. Just for my sort of collection. A set not to sleep on. Again, Sword and Shield. We're doing a video next week, I believe, on this. So again, one to definitely stay we're paying attention to. All right. So yeah, I just want to share that again. Yeah, really loving. You meet some really cool people in the community. Really cool. And again, anything you picked up, guys, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see collections, what you've got, discounts, like. Yeah, fire it away. Yeah, Destined Rivals, sick set, man. Yeah, so comparing to in the past. So again, when you see reprints, that's your supply increase. So distributors will get, Pokemon will release more inventory. This will be released into the world. But I think what's hit the hardest from this, yeah, sealed products, but singles especially. Because you think the more boxes released, the more products, the more people rip, the more singles they get. The more supply on the market, the more PSA 10s available, 9s. But what we want to see again is, ideally, you want to see sort of cards that it's hard to grade a 10. That really helps with the strength of a set. Like Prismatic Evolutions, it's quite hard to grade some of the evolutions, and this has helped keep the PSA 10 values quite high. So yeah, again, you've got Mewtwo. The raw price again. We did get that big. Again, it's the initial drop. So from 580 to 374. We've seen that pump to 567, and since then we've dropped to 528. So yeah, it's about an 8% drop, but again, we might still see this come down more. Cynthia's Garchomp again, 291 down to 259, 13% drop. Ho-Ho, 199 to 171, 15% drop. Moltres, 126 to 106. So you get my point, we're starting to see those trickle down from the highs, but not too bad to be fair. Between 10 and 15%. So yeah, good sign, but I think these will continue to drop. So again, please don't be buying these at the moment. I'll give the signs when I'm looking to, when I see sort of accumulation going on. Yeah, but for now, singles, don't touch them, just wait. Unless you don't care and you're just buying it for a collection, fine. Then this completely irrelevant to you guys. But again, long term, there's no different. This remains again, fundamentally, as in the set, the artwork, it's still the top booster box of the Scarlet and Violet era. The only thing that's changed is there's more in the market. And again, it does affect things. The booster box here, so 640 down to 487. It's a hell of a drop. Insane drop. The supply at the moment, it's dropped from 306 back in June down to 62 booster boxes. But that's going to creep up the next few weeks. Probably Q4 this year, September, November. Between those 2 months, I expect this to ramp up. But we're still seeing consistent sales between 30 and 40 every couple of weeks, every week. Sorry. So that's brilliant. So the purchases are coming through, which is awesome. So now to compare it to some other sets that have seen these reprints, and let's take a look at what's happened to them. So Prismatic Evolutions needs no introduction once again. It is a stinky good set. Let's just remind you of the cards. Beautiful. Insane. 5849 total set value. Oh, one of the highest set values. So you know when you're opening a set, if you pull, you're likely to be getting a very good return on investment. Especially now when we're seeing these dips. And again, we're seeing dips because reprints. So let's take a look. So TCG Quant, again, reminder, insane artwork. God packs, demi god packs, Master Ball Hollows, sick artwork, fan favorite cards, generational set. EV's IP desirability is insane. But reason being, we have had these dips, and again, people are scared of when you see reprints, they shit their pants, they sell, they panic sell, and they'll end up FOMO buying later on. So look, for example here, so again, we peaked June 20th last year, 108. We then dipped to sub 100. So I remember everyone was panicking. It was about 8% drop. Again, from the higher point, from release 133 to sub 100. Yeah, 30% drop. That's because of reprints. We then didn't see a reprint for a few months. From August last year to October, no reprints. We then got a reprint. We dumped again 138 down to 113, 20% drop. Everyone panic sells. Then we don't get any sort of reprints again from December to March, 3 months, and then we get hit with another big reprint. But notice we're going up. The trend is up. So we pumped to 196, and then after reprint we dumped to 155, 30% drop. But again, you notice that the long-term trend is laddering up. So now we're stuck at 163, but we've got no reprints on the move, and we're getting towards the 2-year sort of reprint window being gone in Jan next year. So if we go another few months without any reprint mentions, I think we're done for the reprints. And once that's confirmed, we're going to go absolutely flying. I don't say to the moon lightly, but this is going to the moon. Yeah. And again, supply demand. So again, the blue is the supply, so how many boxes are on the market. The orange is the people purchasing. So again, back in May, we had a huge influx of units, 3,034 in that week period, and then we started getting still consistent sales, 860, 860, then it went up to 1150, 1198, but supply is coming down. Look how low the supply is now compared. You know, in 2 months we've gone from 3,000 units down to 760. That's a 320% drop in supply. I tell you guys, when this goes out of supply, out of reprint window, this is going to absolutely fly. So again, if you're not holding one, this is one I've been screaming about to ladder into. Please, please. On top of that, you've got low Gem 10 rate, population is under 6.2, which is brilliant. Sylveon under 3.7, Leafeon under 4.1, Espeon under 3.3. So Gem 10 for modern era singles, so low. So low. So yeah, again, so my point is with this is the reprints did affect it, but it was very temporary. So again, we've got those spikes up, you know, those dips from reprints, but this is the trend because it's a very good set. The values in the set, lots of good chase cards, desirability as well. Destined Rivals has that. Destined Rivals has the IP, it's Rocket. Destined Rivals has the Mewtwo, it has the Garchomp, it has the Nidoking, it has the Moltres, Ho-Ho. These are all products and singles and Pokemon that people love. And again, SPC with Prismatic Evolutions, we're getting another reprint soon. We went from 324 down to 240. When we did drop, everyone was like, this isn't going to return. This is going to be absolutely dead in the water. We then pumped again to 350. So again, we went up to 350. So after that, another reprint. We then tanked to 270. 25% drop. We then pumped to 308. Then we got some news of another reprint. We're now dropping to 271, 10% drop. We might drop again to 240 because, you know, the reprints haven't come out yet. But again, in a few years, this will be 600 plus and the reprints will just be a passing wave. Trust me. Supply and demand, again, July, nearly 2,000 units. In 2 weeks, nearly 300 sales. We've now dropped, so the sales are up to 550 units, so they've gone up nearly double, and the units supply has dropped to 664. So supply has tanked and the sales are picking up. Really good sign. That's a sign of accumulation. Buy low, sell high, that's what we do it. Booster bundles, I don't think for Prismatic was much. Yeah, we saw a bit dips, but again, the ETBs and the SPCs were the big ones hit, alright. Yeah, again, if you guys are enjoying the content, we put out videos daily on Pokemon investing. We do giveaways. So many plans for the future. We hit 500 subs. We've got a big giveaway announced. There'll be multiple giveaways for that period. So again, get involved and again, smash the like, notifications on, and yeah, engage. Leave a comment if you make any purchases. Tell me. I really want to know. Cool. So the other expansion, which has had a few reprints, please no more reprints. I want to see this really rocket. But again, Surgeon Sparks. Another set, no introduction needed. Pikachu Gold, Pikachu EX, Latias, Latios, Milotic, Lysia's Appeal, Jasmine Chillin, Mesfit, Skarmory was banging. Feebas, which connects to the Milotic as well. But again, my point, the reprints. So again, we bottomed at 215 back in June last year, pumped to 303. So again, that was a good 40% pump. Reprint announced, we then dumped to 226. Very big dump, 30%. We then pumped to 279. Another reprint, we dumped to 241, 10% drop. Currently, we're pumping to 308, all-time high. No reprints announced, and I hope it stays that way. This will be a $500 box in a year or two. Mark my words, it's brilliant. Yeah, we still have a lot of supply on the market. Again, the blue indicates that. As it stands, 358 supply. Not many buyers at the moment. Again, it's a summer slump. People's attention on the 30th and Delta rain in November time. There's many factors. You know, the investor space is complicated at the moment, but again, I'm here to help. Other PokeTubers are here to help. So, Yeah, but again, once we start seeing, the supply is dropping. If we don't get that reprint, give it a few months, supply will come, I reckon, to sub 200. Hopefully, once the hype of the 30th passes and Delta Rain, we'll then see that uptick. But again, really good set. Point is, compared to Destined Rivals, the reprints, it didn't really affect it much in the long term. Short term, yes. Long term, didn't really affect it because really good set. It's got amazing chase cards. The value's there. Yeah, really good set. So again, what do we take away for Destined Rivals? So should you buy now? I'm going to be buying now. I'm going to be buying when the reprints come. I'm going to be buying sort of laddering in. So I'm going to be getting a booster box probably this weekend. So there's a few card shows near me. I'll probably pop to. But again, look, the blue supply being sold. Look at that spike compared to last month. It's up nearly 10x because people are buying the dips. Whales are buying the dips. You don't need to be a whale to buy this. It's like pounds in the UK at the moment is like 310. The US has come down from 640 down to 468, and it'll probably continue down to 420, 400. But my point is, long term, it's still up. Yes, it is correcting. But once this reprint stop, like Surgeon Sparks, like Prismatic Evolutions, it's just going to pump. It is going to pump. It looks sick as a display piece. Team Rocket is splashed all over it. Singles are brilliant. The value's there because people don't want to open a shit boring set. They want a set that's going to be bringing them good, quality cards, excitement in the set, and viewers. Ripping the stream. Ripping shippers want to get those viewers in it. You announced we're going to be ripping a Journey Together booster box compared to Destined Rivals. Guarantee you're going to get more viewers on the Destined Rivals booster box. ETB again, we're still seeing week in, week out that supply pumping. Supply. People buy it is going up. Sorry, demand is pumping is what I meant to say. Supply is also increasing because of the reprint. So yeah, fine, I was right. But again, we've tanked from 208 to 133. I'm telling you guys, in a few months you'll be looking back if you didn't make any purchases, kicking your ass. So get involved. Again, don't go all in. I'm buying one or two of each probably this week, and then next week I'll just sort of see how it goes. But I'll bring the updates. You know that, guys. And I think one more box that might be getting a reprint, just a shout out, is Journey Together. I think Danny Phantom mentioned a potential rumour, but not the enhanced box, the non-enhanced box. So yeah, but again, it's a set I'm not really that bothered about. There's a few cards I like in it, like the Articuno looks sick. Let me just remind myself. I know the Articuno's in there. Is it the Steelix? Where is it? Articuno, the Reshiram, Warlord. Yeah, it's a good set, but it's not a cream of pants, get involved now set. The set value's crap. Again, it's got cool cards in it, Clefairy, but they're not like Destined Rivals. It's not got multiple good chase cards, but it's got cards that I think in the future will do better. So that reprint, yeah, meh, it's not really bothering for me. I'm not really interested. And I've also heard as well. So the distributors are still having to pay about $400 for a Destined Rivals box. So yeah, again, still high, but again, we may just start seeing the bigger drops in price. So yeah, again, don't be panicking. Flash selling it at a big loss because long term this will still do well. I'm not going to change that. A few years, I reckon it'll be 1,000 plus. It might just be like a Fusion Strike sort of thing where you get the big drop, you sort of ladder and step up and step up. But again, it's the best box of the Scarlet and Violet era. Yeah, you just can't take away how good it is, even with the reprints. But Prismatic, classic example, every reprint, everyone panicked. Oh, it's going to sub 100. And it just rebounded. The Rocket set will rocket long term. Right, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. So giveaway announcement. So from today, so again we'll announce the winner next Tuesday as we do. So we're giving away the Team Rocket Houndoom. So again, super mint copy. Hope you guys can see that. Pulled it myself. Again, it's beautiful cards, and I want to give it away to one of you guys. So again, you know what to do. Subscribe, notifications on. Yeah, again, just comment, any pickups, any opinions on the video, anything you want me to do for you guys, any sort of video suggestions, yeah, please let me know. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We've got a really cool video coming tomorrow, which you'll enjoy, and Saturday we've got a really good one. So yeah, it's gonna be sick. Well, yeah, take care, guys. As always, I'll see you in the next one.